Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here. We got a special for you, and let me tell you, it's time to strap in and buckle up because we've got the most incredible video from Jaime Maussan. He's allowed us to share this incredible encounter over the city, and we can't explain what the heck is going on. We're looking at this video right now, and it's extraordinary in its nature. We have this massive glowing formations developing over the city line itself at night. What's going on here? Is this some kind of weird fireworks display, or is this something otherworldly? Right now, we don't have the explanation to this phenomenon. We want to find out. That's why we're posting this video right now. Sometimes we receive the information, we don't know what's going on, and that's why we put it out there. And then the next day we find out because of people like you doing the research. You know, we're getting the information real quick in regards to this one. And so far from the people in this region, they have no idea. Maybe we could all get together and come to the bottom of this mystery. Maybe tomorrow we'll have some updates, but at the moment I'm trying to speculate. What could this be? Again, could this be some kind of military flares in action here or some kind of pyrotechnics involved? I'm not exactly sure. I'm not seeing any kind of smoke of any kind. Whatever these luminescent trails are, they seem to have some kind of geometric pattern behind this. And this is what's catching my interest. Wow, this one's pretty impressive. Jaime Maussan, thanks for giving this to Third Phase Moon and our fans to take a look at what this phenomenon is happening over the cityscape. Some people might say this looks something like a wormhole that maybe could be something that could create something to go in interdimensionally. This is wild stuff. We haven't really seen this kind of phenomenon over a city so close to it. Of all my history in UFO hunting, usually it's much higher. Now this one seems to be just right above the city landscape over there, and thousands of people witness this object.
Взяли, понимаешь, и чего-то там запускают. А? Чё это за хрень? Брат Август, кто там какие-то штуки запускает на небо, а?
I like that we have two double cameras sequencing this event that people are seeing in real time, and we're seeing something that we really can't explain. We see like a spiral-shaped craft and then this bright fluorescent light that seems to circle this vehicle, if that's what it is.
А ты чё залез, а? На окошко-то. Братан. Брат Август. Смотри, как у нас красиво тут иногда бывает на Таганке. Чудят, понимаешь? Может, кино снимают какое-нибудь?
This is a phenomenon that really has one thinking, what could this be? Could it be a fireworks display? I've never seen one like this before. People might even say they're drones with pyrotechnics. Again, if that's the case, this is new technology that nobody's ever seen yet and being kind of dripped out to the world in real time. What's going on here?
А? Чё за хрень такой повесили? НЛО, понимаешь? Рукотворное. Взяли, запускают, да?
And if this is some kind of signal or message being written in the skies, this is one of those events that might go down in UFO history, because this footage is incredible to behold. Guys, we're rolling this right now, and as we're in this live premiere, I want to get your thoughts of what's going on. This almost reminds me of sometimes when Elon Musk launches a rocket and we see it maybe spiral out of control. Wow, this is a pretty cool sighting. I want to thank Jaime for allowing us to share this with you all, and we're going to get down to it. What is this phenomenon that happened over the city? You got to imagine that thousands of people witnessed this event. We're seeing what some people might even say is a wormhole, something that's creating an interdimensional doorway. Exactly, Brett. Whatever this luminescent display of lights is in the sky is incredible, and hopefully in the next 24 hours, we'll have an update for you in regards to some answers if we find them. Now, let's get to this. We have archives of videos, thousands of them. And recently we posted some incredible videos on Third Phase of Moon this week. And we asked Richard Giordano of what he thinks these UFO videos represent, the phenomenon in the sky. He did a special report on it, so listen up to this. I'm rolling it now and we're checking this out. I'm just seeing some kind of a static. Whoa. So we have a close encounter of something in close proximity to a massive military airliner. We don't see this every day. I'm trying to get a good look at this. Man, it seems like whatever it was really close. Whoever captured this got lucky. And this is that moment in time where you have that split-second opportunity to capture a once-in-a-lifetime. And this is it right now, is what I'm looking at. Seems legit. What is it? Brent, what's your thoughts here?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'm not sure if it's a military or commercial airliner. It's big, and what's fascinating is how close this thing's engaging this huge spacecraft or whatever it is. This thing's massive. Now look at this. It's a still photo. We're looking at this point of an object, and it's rather large. It's almost half the size of the engine of this plane. It's massive, and it's moving. And could there have been a collision? This is what people talk about, the threat of UAPs on a collision course with whatever's flying in the skies. This is clear evidence of something like that, but I do believe the UAPs, alien technology, would be able to hide and divert and never crash into anything with our technology. They'd be able to divert a situation. We're looking at something here that really resembles what was caught on the same day.
The evidence is strong with this one, especially when you have the side-by-side comparisons with other UFOs from the area in Colombia, Brazil, Mexico. Why there and why are they not hiding? We got these videos coming in from that region, Brazil, Mexico, Colombia. It seems that they're not hiding anymore in that region. Broad daylight sightings on a consistent basis right here at Third Phase Moon. We're sharing it, and I'm looking at this stuff, and now they're getting close to these commercial airlines, and I don't think they're a threat. They could divert, move around, have no issue with commercial airliners. They could wrap around that thing like nobody's business. So maybe they're just hanging out, and that person got lucky, and we're seeing these other videos right now as we roll this. It looks very similar to what we just saw in this video just earlier with this, saucer-shaped craft in close proximity to this military or commercial airliner. We're not sure here, but Colombia, Costa Rica, again, lit up. Colombia, all over the place. What's going on above our heads, Brent? Any thoughts? These videos are legit. We're looking at it.
Yeah, for sure. Jaime Maussan's been keeping us updated with the best UFOs out of that region and beyond. And we're seeing a plethora of these kind of spacecraft, and very unique in its own way. That they don't travel like we see in drone technology or even balloons. This is something entirely different. They look metallic. They kind of move in the same similar fashion. And then to have these things so close next to a commercial or military airliner is quite concerning by, I'm sure, a lot of people. But again, we're going to get a good close-up of this one again with what happened today of this close encounter with a UFO by colossal status right here. Nobody's ever seen a UFO this close in recent days.
Yeah, that's right, Brent, and we're sharing it as fast as possible. Good job getting all this archive.
All right, so we got to take a look at a couple of things here with this one. This comes from that part of the world where they see these types of craft on the regular. We've seen them recently on other channels, including here on Third Phase of Moon, but this one looks eerily close to this airplane. Now, we've heard reports coming in all the way back in February of this year where cylindrical objects were flying over airplanes, where just a few days ago a submarine ran into something or something hit it near the waters of China. So I don't know if this is the threat that we're all talking about, but this is a threat we should be talking about. This is really unbelievable. I don't know if this is a balloon or a UFO, but if it's a balloon, why is it here? It shouldn't be in this area. It looks like it's floating, but I'm not sure if it's a UFO. However, these UFOs have been seen. You saw in the video just before this analysis that these have been seen all over the area. I just don't know, but it's cool. All right, here we go. Tic Tac.
I'm digging this one. We got a good look at it, and we're seeing this cylindrical shape again, these flying craft that make really no sense of propulsion. They're basically defying gravity. The flight characteristics seem intelligent. It has a kind of a purpose of where it's going. We're going to get a couple looks at this. Now we got contrast with some contrast to make it pop. You can see that again, this object is traversing the skies. It's a beautiful day. It's a great capture. You could see the clouds, the cumulus clouds, and what comes up next is going to blow your mind. We see the craft just moving, and watch this. We get a close-up and you see another traveler. Could that be a drone? It's hard to tell, but it seems like another anomaly up in the sky while we're capturing this great evidence right here at Third Phase. What's your thoughts in the chat? What is this? Again, we need to look at this a little closer and longer. Anybody out there, have you seen a craft like this? You let us know. Again, we don't see propulsion of any sort. We don't see any trail that's leading behind it, leaving a wake of exhaust. We don't see any wings, which again leans to something that seems otherworldly. Again, we know about the Tic Tac, and this kind of has a resemblance of the Tic Tac itself, most definitely. Could this be it?
Yeah, this is a very interesting UFO because the first thing you want to say is it looks like it could be a floating balloon, but I would rethink that if I were you. This thing is actually booking through the sky, but you see right here, there's a dot right there that it just passed by that looked like it could be either a UFO in the distance or it was a drone. We couldn't tell, but look at this thing. This looks like it's actually flying with intent. Could it be a remote control? See, there's that dot again. Could it be a remote control type of blimp? I don't see any propellers on it. Not here, but when we get close up, I don't see anything that tells me this is a one prop drone. We never get close enough. Even if I was to zoom in, it still doesn't give any more clarity than what we're seeing here. This is rather interesting. There's that dot again. See it? I like this one. I don't know, man. I think this is something... There it is again, passing by that dot. If this was a balloon, it would be all over the place. This looks like it's being fueled with intention. And it's going in... it's going where it wants to go. Let's just put it that way. I don't know. I don't think this is a balloon. I think we have a legitimate UAP. All right, next strange light phenomenon. This one's really good.
Here's a good close-up. We can see these lights against strange atmospheric phenomenon. Could this be what we're looking at? We see these pulsating white orbs of light that are seems like they're connected, like it's basically a one craft itself. And again, we're not seeing drone capabilities or techniques. It's a weird sighting, and I'm leaning towards this being, again, something that's unexplained. UAPs, UFOs, you call it what you want. We're looking at something, it's a phenomenon.
All right, we'll do a quick review on this one because this isn't really moving. It looks like it's stuck in the sky in that position. I want to say it's something that is not a reflection, but I don't know why I get this reflection thought. There's something about it that makes me think this is a reflection. I'm not sure. It does look like, we'll look again. It looks like there's lights in the sky, but they're not moving. It never seems to settle, but there is a line that if you go left and right of the object, it looks like there is extra light where there shouldn't be. See it to the right? I didn't realize it until I put this together, but it's there, and I don't know. I really don't know what this is. I think it's a reflection. All right, here we go. Another cigar shape. Wow.
Cigar-shaped UFOs over the plains. This is a really good capture. The person that's actually filming it's doing a really good job. He's holding it steady under the circumstances. Unfortunately, it goes behind the building. We don't get much more of what was captured, but again, we see this cylindrical-like object just floating in the sky. And again, I don't see a gondola on this to represent maybe a blimp, a Goodyear blimp. This looks like something different. Could it be another new hybrid of balloons? That's a possibility, a weather apparatus that we're not familiar with. But then again, we are talking UFOs, and I'm looking at something that's unidentified. So I'm liking this one a lot. This is cool because we're getting these on a constant rate, these cigar-shaped UFOs. If you missed last night's episode, you might want to check that out because there's a pretty good one that was on there, especially the one that we just played earlier. They're coming in masses, and sometimes they're unidentified, and sometimes we call it for what it is. This one again is a very cool UFO.
All right, this one here, I am not sure, but this is a lot different than the one we just saw a few videos ago. This looks like it's you can see what looks like a design to the object. Like you can tell it's not a balloon. You get a little more I guess, a sense of how big this object is. That you can see people are driving, but they're also recording it. And that thing is maybe a couple of miles out there. I don't know if that's a Fata Morgana, but it kind of reminds me of one. Is there an ocean out there? We just can't see it because it's hazy, and you know, the way the light's being refracted off the clouds, the haze, it's an object on the water, a boat, maybe some sort of, you know, craft that's out there. To me, it has that kind of quality. And I almost think I see something that looks like it would be the ocean, but I think that's in the air. If that's in the air, and I'm confident it is, I think it is. That's pretty big. This is actually pretty good. Whatever that is, these people know that it's in the sky. That's why they're showing us this. If it was on the water, I don't think they would. But we don't get a clear enough, view of it to know. That's a shame, because this could be one of those videos that, you'd say, wow, I definitely see a UFO for sure. All right, but let's go to the moon.
Sharing this right now to the world, there is a big mystery. What are we looking at? Some people are saying this is some kind of Stargate that opened up for a split second. We have two photographs, and right there is the Apollo 17 mission just above the lunar surface, making its way to landing on the moon. Did we land on the moon? Well, some people say we didn't, but that's another story altogether. Now, we've got this photograph, and again, we're gonna pan to the left, and some people are saying this mysterious object appeared out of nowhere. We have the evidence to prove this theory. Right now, take a look at this. We're gonna back up again, get a good look at the whole picture surrounding this mystery. What is this circular object? Okay, a few seconds before this photograph, and then we're zooming in. This is 2 or 3 seconds before the shot with whatever this circular object was. Now it's gone. All right, we're gonna do some enhancements here. It's a bit tricky, but we're gonna try and line it up as best as possible with the craters and the lunar surface, and boom, here we go. Take a look at this. Side-by-side comparisons. Within 2 seconds, the object is there. Prior to the shot, it is gone. What is going on here? Could this just popped out in existence to observe the Apollo mission 17? Brett, what's your thoughts here? This is outstanding.
Yeah, whatever it is, Blake, you can tell that it's actually there. Look at that side-by-side comparison of it actually disappearing. Whatever this is, this circular object leaves a shadow. And then you see it's gone right here within moments of the Apollo 17 flying over. All right, we're gonna pull it back up again. The original photograph. Okay, this is the second photograph where you see this circular object over there to the left, and just kind of hiding behind the hills there on the moon. Again, it almost looks like a black donut or some kind of wheel. Again, you kind of see some kind of weird anomaly on top of it. Yeah, this is good. I like this close-up. It's an amazing photo if it's real deal. This is quite exciting. What we're looking at, that circular object, how big is it? I'd compare it to, we're looking at the Apollo 17. This thing's got to be pretty big. I would say at least 24 feet, maybe even bigger, 30 feet. I see no trail either. How did it appear? Did it roll into place? Yeah, no impact whatsoever. Again, here's the photograph right before and then after. We're doing the side-by-side comparisons. Again, this mystery just continues, and I don't think NASA is yet to explain exactly what this anomaly is. Okay, so we're gonna again zoom up on the exact location and do the side-by-side comparison. It was a bit tricky to get these two photographs to line up exactly, but we managed to pull it off, and then after further investigation, doing the analysis of these photographs, we could do this side-by-side comparison and prove that this thing just basically dropped out of the sky or appeared out of nowhere. Is it coming maybe from within the lunar surface itself and doing kind of like a peekaboo on the Apollo mission 17 to the moon? Brent, any last thoughts on these photos? Yeah, some people might say it's just dust on the lens. You know what? I don't think so. Like I said, you can see that definite shadow there. It's there, whatever it is.
Well, 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 back to the moon we go. And what we're gonna see here, I don't know. We've got obviously a photo of the moon. You can see the mission. I think this is the Apollo mission that the Cousins brothers were saying. There's the capsule that they were flying in. And what you're gonna see is to the left that there's an object that looks like a wheel. Call it a donut, whatever you want to call it. It's there in one frame, but a few seconds later when they go back, it's gone. It is either somebody put it there just to mess around with the conspiracy theorists, or that is a UFO. There were no tracks left on the lunar surface, although we're kind of far away. But when you see the object here, they overlay it. Third phase of moon overlays and shows it there before and after. So there it is. And then moments later, it's gone. It looks like a donut, and it looks like there's something on it. It almost looks like a bird. See that on top of the actual object? There's something there on it. I don't know if it's one of the grains in the film, but I almost think they photoshopped it out. Like that object is there and they saw it and may have wiped it out. Now, we're going to have to go back how many years? 50 something years? So 53, 52. Anything could have happened between now and then. Look at this. See what I mean? Is that a UFO on its side? Is that a land object? Is it like BB-8? It looks like a BB-8 from Star Wars. And I don't know. I think we should see trails on the lunar surface, in the dust. If that thing rolled up there, if it just landed there and then shot off again, which is very possible. UFOs can go in a blink of an eye from one location to another. So if we're going to use that type of theory here, then maybe it is. Look, those astronauts saw something on the moon when they were there. They talked about what on that emergency channel or medical channel. Yeah, something happened, but I don't know if they even noticed it when they were flying around right then and there. But that's an interesting find, and one that we need not take lightly. I think there are beings on the moon.
I want to thank Richard for your insight in regards to some of the UFO evidence coming in right here at Third Phase of Moon. It's our pleasure bringing it to you. And let me tell you, there is a lot of UFO videos that are still about to be revealed to the public, because our email is blowing up right now with the evidence from you, the public. So if you captured anything amazing out there, upload your video to YouTube, copy paste that link and send it to my email. It's in the description below. We've got a lot more things, so you could unbuckle right now and enjoy this music video. It's called We're Not Alone. We'll see you next time.
Looking around, thinking it's only you, only to find we're many more than a few. Where do they lie? How come we seldom see them?
hope you guys enjoyed this special episode right here at Third Phase of Moon.